Welcome back to Factorio. So here we are back on Novice, and we have coal to fix. Let us see. Stations, coal load. Hold on. Wait a second. There's a completely full coal mine right here. It's calling a train. It's set up to use train limits. Trains with the stop 0. Really? Did I just somehow forget to set up a train for the coal? I mean, have I really been running on this little coal patch the entire game? That's super surprising. So let's just see here. So these are not coal, obviously. And here's coal. Here's coal right here. Temporary coal unload. Coal unload is... Hang on. It's full of coal. But there's no place, there's no unload for it. Why is there no unload? Unload is empty. It's sending signal L1. Oh my gosh, I could have fixed this from Gleba. All I have to do is tick this box and it fixes everything. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I came home to Novice for no reason. Okay, well, lessons learned. Do a little bit more troubleshooting before you go rushing off to fix something. Wow. Wow. Okay. And there's like lots and lots of coal too. It's tons of it. There it goes. So here, let's queue up some more science while we're here. Look at all these sciences that are called productivity. Research productivity, rocket part productivity, asteroid productivity, rocket part. Ooh. Rocket fuel productivity, plastic bars, processing units, blue chips, recycling, low-density structures, steel plates, and mining. Yeah, all very good. Oh, wow. In order to get productivity module 3s, you have to capture a biter spawner. Okay. Hang on. Oh yeah, so here's the coal. Boy, it's coming in slow on yellow belts. Look at that. Here's the question. Is my plastic production using the resources as fast as they're coming in? Or might I do well to put some speed modules in it? Or productivity for that matter. Productivity, because, you know, oils are very, very limited resources on Novice. Okay, only 2 slots for that and maybe 1 for that. I might... What does that get us? That gets... So it uses... Ooh. Max consumption 217 kilowatts. Max consumption 609 kilowatts plus 190% equals 7? What? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I don't really care about... I do care a lot about productivity. I just want to make sure that I'm producing enough plastic And low density structure productivity might be, well, I could put better modules in here for sure. Oh, wow. All right, so I've just done some underground belt reconfiguration to squeeze in 3 beacons into my low density structured build with double speed module 3s, and my production of low density structures, well, it's hard to measure because I just started it up, but it's not bad at the moment, right? It's over 100. Oh, you know what? I'm not oh, damn it. See, this is the problem with this kind of optimization. It doesn't take into account the fact that the copper itself is not coming in fast enough to supply the entire build. So it might look on the surface like it's fast and all that, but it's really not. It kind of makes me wonder if I could, you know, I got an idea. I mean, as long as I'm here. Is the Enterprise still there? Yeah. Right, let's drop all of this greenbelt stuff. We're going to try and double the copper throughput. Might as well do something productive while I'm here on Navas. I shouldn't have come. I just shouldn't have come. So if you notice, I've got 2 copper lines coming in on the red, and then I merged them both into a single copper line. Well, actually, wait. What's this one doing? This one's only being used to make, what, foundation? No, that can't be right. Yeah, that's right. I merge it back in here. Oh, that's silly. So I'm trying to get 2 lines worth, but it's just So what we'll do is we'll start here. Where are you again? Yeah, we'll start here, and we're gonna make this green. And just like that, I may have solved it without resorting to changing all of this existing stuff, because I am bringing 2 red belts together here, and the green belt is twice as fast as red belt, so there you go. It's still not supplying enough copper, but that's more the fault of the actual supply itself. Like over here, there's some holes in it. Oh, and that's because of this horrible unloader. Wow, why is this one still doing it that way? Yikes. Oh, I'm also still limiting this by using smart loader logic. It shouldn't, no. I got rid of that. All right, there we go. It won't be evenly unloading, but it will be maximized in terms of output. We should get back to Gleba. Look at that, science is working again. Oh, you know what? You know what? As long as I'm here. Here, I got an idea. As long as I'm here. Before I do anything, check Gleba's stuff. Oh, look at this. Okay, so our temperature is 550, which is enough to produce superheated steam. We don't have anything that looks like it's on the verge of spoiling, so that's good. We got 7 seeds, so that's fine. There's nothing growing. And this is power output. Power output. 366 kilowatts of 5.8 megawatts. So really, I think I could take this down. I think this is working now. There's a few more things I have to do to make it, you know, super optimal, but yeah, man. I think like adding a few more of these. Can I do that remotely? Look at that. Yeah, this is going to work, I think. It's going to work. And it's stable enough where I can take a moment to take care of some other stuff. And this is exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for we would see the temperature get up above 550 and then slowly creep back down to 550, at which point the this would kick in and feed in another fruit. But oh, I mean, the efficiency is off the charts at this point, because remember how horrible it was at first. Yep, there it goes. It just added more fruit. How cool is that? All right, so now what I want to do is I want to check my iron. I want to check my. I want to check this. Okay, so look at that. We've got rare iron plates, which is very nice. This is where we are, I think we're able to set up some rare asteroid collectors. Let's see if that works. I don't have any rare blue chips. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, they're right here. Oh, yeah, because I keep forgetting I'm putting all the rare stuff in buffer chests, so I have to enable requests from buffer chests. So now it's just rare motors, right? And but motors are made with lubricant. So what I have to do here is set up a special line. Do I not have any rare green chips? It's a bit strange. I know I have rare green chips. I'm pretty sure. If not, they might be down at the green chip facility. Yeah, here they are. Wow, there's tons of them. That's a lot. That's a lot of rare green chips. 8,100. All right, so we're going to go and see. Yeah, this needs rare engine units now, and that's another thing. Engine units. We should be able to make rare engine units. So it just needs rare steel, rare gears, and rare pipes, right? You see how this is working? And we're going to have to make 2 of those from scratch. So both of these require rare iron plates, which we now have. There we go. There we go. Now we should be making rare engine units soon. Yep. I think I'm going to get some speed modules and put them in as well. There we go. And those are getting taken up here to make the rare motors. And the rare motors are getting taken down here to make the rare asteroid collectors. And these are just amazing. We'll put those in the next ship. Whoa. Alright, well, I feel like that was an accomplishment at least. Alright, well, we got to go back to Gleba. Plenty to do there. So here's what I'm going to do to ensure that, well, there's a couple of things I can do to protect the Enterprise from having what happened before with the bullets running out. I could enforce a 2-minute delay between stops. I could do that. Then again, you know what's really weird is the Intrepid has been running non-stop and it hasn't run into that problem. This is non-stop. How many bullets does this thing have? 400. Yeah, it's not even... There's no danger of running out of bullets. So the Enterprise... Now, I have increased the speed of bullet manufacture, so that should help a lot. Yeah, so we've stopped at Gleba, and now I just have to drop down. And I also have to make sure that we drop down some blue chips and low density structures so I can get back off again if I need to. Oh, you know what? I actually have them. I just need low density structures. Here, let's... No, go back to Gleba, thanks. We're going to drop... we'll drop 2 sets. Drop some extra rocket fuel. We don't have any extra rocket fuel. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so we need 5 stacks of rocket fuel to get off the planet, which means that we have exactly 80 rocket fuel that we could use if we need to for whatever reason. But we should be able to make rocket fuel before too long if I'm clever enough. All right, there's the extra low density structures. So now the Enterprise is free to carry on. Question is, do I have an alarm? No. I can't really set up an alarm, can I? No, I don't have one. I would like to test for the number of bullets on the belt, and if it gets below, say, 200, let me know. But I don't really have a way of doing that. I'll just check it every once in a while if I can remember. It should be fine because this is producing bullets considerably faster than it used to. Question is should I replace... I think I should replace these speed modules with these Mark 3s? Yeah. That should at least get my iron plates more quickly onto the belt. And if you look, iron plates are very saturated at the moment, so they're just fine. Right, so here we are in Gleba, and it's time to do something. Let's have a look at our power situation and see how is this stable. Is this stable enough to take this down, for example? I might just do that. Technically, if I just remove the steam engines, right? Well, and oh, you know what? Here. Wow. 23.3 megawatts is my potential. That's crazy. Max consumption 10 megawatts. Oh, you know what? I can only support 2. Is that true? I remember figuring this out before, but I can't remember what the result was. It was something like, yeah, I calculated the total amount of steam output and the total amount of steam I can use, and that's that's right. That's right. They didn't have to be connected like this. I think it's funny how you have explosives that are powerful enough to blow up cliffs, but all the vegetation is perfectly unharmed. No. What am I doing? There we are. I think that might do it. I'm going to have to put a few more heat exchangers down because this can output 4 times as much as this can use. There we go. Oh, the temperature has really dropped. What's going on now? It's going up, but it's seriously dropped. You know what I should do is I should put these steam turbines back up, at least for now. Let's make sure we don't run out of power. Ah, what's this? Really? Really? Boy, the Enterprise is just taking a beating lately. So randomly, an asteroid hit the side of it. No reason. Just hit the side of it. It's so weird. Let's think about this. Oh wow, we've got to use these up in 14 minutes. All right. Well, keep feeding them in. Be nice if I had some speed modules. I didn't bring any. We've got some here. I'll drop them. There we go. Actually, yeah, go as fast as you can because we're going to try to heat this thing up as fast as we can because as soon as this gets up to temperature, we'll be in a more stable situation. But I'm trying to think of why the heating tower got cold. Is it because I added more heat exchangers? Oh shit. Another problem we have is, oh, I was going to say lack of fruit, but here comes the fruit. 400. We've got quite a lot growing. Ah, I shouldn't have this here. Ooh, no, no. Alright, now we're back to having a lot of fruit again. And the temperature is almost up to 500, which is the point where we start producing steam. There we go. Take these off because we don't need them. But this should stop feeding fruit anytime now. There it is. Great. Well, I think we're back to being stable. It's 550 degrees. But what I'd like to know is, can I add a second heat exchanger without it dropping down? Let's see what happens. Oh, it drops. Yeah, it drops it rather quickly. All right, so that's a problem. Because it's trying to raise the temperature of... Oh, yeah, no, but it's actually almost raised up. So it's 423 degrees, so it doesn't have far to go. I might actually run out of power. No, I have my accumulators. That's right. So heat seems to be like a substance that flows. So we're getting heat into here, and then it flows into this, and it also flows into... Notice it's not cooling off. That's kind of... Well, that's interesting. I wonder why it doesn't cool off on its own. But if I attach this and then disconnect it right away, it drags the heat down on the whole system. 414.95. Yeah, it even drags the heat down on itself. Why is that weird? That shouldn't happen. Attaching this heat pipe should, if anything, bring this up and drag these down. You know, some productivity modules might be nice. Because I don't actually need that. I don't actually need to put double efficiencies in everything now. Alright, so now this is going up. Interesting, the temperature is exactly the same in both of these. Well, almost exactly the same. Alright, so what I should have done here is... Well, I'll put a big power pole on that. There we go, that's better. It's funny, I can supply mash a lot quicker than I thought I could. Here we go, we're up to 550 again with all of these caught up. Now I could do it again by bringing these along, and I think I will because I do want the output to match the input. Oh, look at that. That went a lot quicker. Now it's slowing down. Yeah, it's funny how heat flows. Here we go, we're making steam again. And funny enough, the harvester does seem to be able to keep up with the demands of this thing. I'm fairly impressed. Now, what should we do about iron and copper? Iron and copper. Let's have a little look at these recipes. Well, that's interesting. It turns out we can use the assembler to do the iron bacteria and the copper bacteria recipe. Oh, that's different than I thought. So this is, wow. So you can create, check this out. So you can say, I will give it 6 jelly and I get a 10% chance of getting iron bacteria. Or I'll give it 3 yamakamage and have a 10% chance of getting a copper bacteria. Right. I suppose that's what you do when you're completely out of bacteria. Well, that's not what I'm interested in. I'm actually trying to get the other recipe. Where is it? Well, hold on. I know it's here somewhere. There's a recipe. Yeah, iron bacteria cultivation made in biochamber. Oh, it's not unlocked. No wonder it's not showing up in my menus because I haven't unlocked it yet. I have to craft bioflux. Oh dear. Well, let's talk about bioflux. What is it? So you need to put yamaka mash and jelly together. Oh, and it's made in the biochamber. Okay. So before I can cultivate my bacteria, I have to create bioflux, and before I create bioflux, I have to get jelly from the jelly nut processing stuff, which is all this down here, and that's something I haven't done yet. So we're going to have to get that going next. I guess the game kind of guides you in what order you have to do things. Yeah, I mean, I could have found that out here, I suppose. Yeah. So I can make bioflux, and I can also make 40 nutrients from bioflux. Holy cow, that's a very efficient way of making nutrients. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. After all, you get 4 bioflux from 15 yamaka mesh and 12 jelly, right? Or you can just get the nutrients from yamaka mesh directly, which is 4 yamaka mesh and 6 nutrients. I'm guessing it's more efficient. It's got to be. At any rate, it's the next thing I have to make is another harvester. The harvester requires 20 spoilage and 10 steel plate. There's my escape rocket. That's nice. Oh, you know what? I need more steel. Ooh, I don't have any steel. Because I don't have any iron ore. And I can't get iron ore until... well, I can get iron ore from iron stromatolites. I'll just have to harvest some. Here we go. At least they're not terribly uncommon. We just don't want to use it all up because we're going to need this stuff. Look at this! Look at this bacteria just turning into iron in real time. And there's my steel. All right, we can make harvesters now, and we'll make one because one seems to be sufficient. Now we just have to copy this setup basically. Hang on. I have an idea. So you see how I'm saying when the temperature is below 550, put it in, right? I think we also want... I wonder if I can read the spoilage value. You know, it'd be really handy reading the minimum spoilage value of the items in a chest. I bet you can't do that. That'd be really, really cool if you could, though. Read contents. See, all it says is that there's 970 Yamako. But what would be the situation where I would want to get rid of... I want to get rid of the Yamako regardless of... man, this is tough. Because I can't read the spoilage value, right? So, for instance... we should be feeding Yamako into the machine even when the temperature is sufficient for steam, but maybe not as fast, right? I got an idea. I'm going to use a clock circuit. So let's just copy that. So here's a clock circuit, and I'm going to actually set it to like, well, 10 seconds. No. Yeah, 10 seconds. So what this will do is it'll count to 600 ticks, which is 10 seconds, and then it will reset. And yeah, so what happens then, the output T, I should probably not use T since I'm using T for temperature over here, so we'll give it C for clock. There we go. Right, so there's C for clock, T for temperature. And then this decider combinator is looking for the temperature being less than 550, which it's not at the moment. And we're going to say or C for clock equals 1. And this will happen 1 tick every 10 seconds. It should flash green at some point. Oh, you know, I haven't hooked it up. I hope if I hook it up. There we go. So as soon as this hits 600, it'll go back to 1, and then this should flash green just for an instant. Bam, just like that. And if either one of these goes green, then this will be check mark out. There it is, just for a split second. And then what it will do over here is instead of testing for the temperature, we will test for check mark signal equaling 1. Right. So as soon as check mark equals 1, this inserted, yep, there it goes. And it put 1 in. So every 10 seconds, yeah, this is actually quite cool. Yep, there it goes again. Every 10 seconds, and we'll also set the stack size, override stack size to 1. So we're going to put precisely 1 Yamaka fruit into the machine every 10 seconds. But If this temperature falls below 550, we will put them in continuously until it gets back up above 550. Ooh, this is nice. I like this solution. That's pretty cool. And now the reason why I did this is because we want to make sure that we use up our Yamaka fruit. We don't want to actually let these spoil in here. That would be bad, because if they spoil, they don't produce seeds. And if they don't produce seeds, we can't replant them. Because here's something I realized yesterday after we did all this, is that each one of these Yamako trees, it says expected resources 50. So you get 50 Yamako fruit from one tree. And one seed produces one tree, right? So that means we want one seed, on average, at least one seed per stack of 50. So you're looking at 20 seeds here, potentially. Now, the reason why I'm worried is because when we process a Yamaka fruit, we have, where's the recipe? Yamaka processing, here it is. There's a 2% chance of getting a Yamaka seed. 2%, which is, guess what, 1 in 50. And you need 1 in 50 just for replacement rate. And that means if you screw up at all, if you waste any Yamaka fruit, your on average seed production will not replace the trees that you've harvested, which I think is silly. I mean, most games that have an agriculture mechanic will give you slightly more seeds than you use in the replenishment as a harvest. So I'm a little concerned. We might be able to get around that by using productivity modules. Now, let's see. Did I get any productivity modules? I've asked for them. And I did. I got them. Excellent. So why don't we try and see if that helps. We'll take the efficiency out and we'll put the productivity in. And hope, there we go. We got the bonus. So the bonus production is working its way up. And productivity is 12%. 12%. Which means that for every Yamako mash that we produce, once we've done 12, we should get a free one. Now, if this holds true for the seeds, then for every 12 seeds we produce, we should also get a free one. And that would be miraculous, because that would solve the problem I just talked about. Now, regardless, we want to make sure that we use up, we have 1,000 fruit. We have 1,000 fruit. I think it might be too many. Because this is still, well, this isn't growing anything. It's not growing anything. And all the seeds are getting saved up because we've got 12 seeds. So all the seeds are getting saved up because we're only going to send seeds when we have less than 500 fruit. Which means if we have 1,000 fruit and we're sending one per 10 seconds, let's just do a little math here. All right. So if my math is correct, and it might not be, then I think it would take 2.8 hours to burn through the 1,000, to burn through 1,000 of these, which is bad. And the reason it's bad is because these only last an hour. So let's calculate something else then. We'll say if we have 1,000 fruit and they only last an hour. It's 3,600 seconds in an hour. But we have 1,000 fruit that we need to use up in an hour, right? That means we want to burn a Yamaka fruit 3.6 seconds, right? So there's 60 ticks in a second. That's 216 ticks. So we actually want this clock cycle to count to 216. And what that does is it should feed precisely 1,000 Yamaka fruits into the assembler in an hour. And there's only 1,000 in here because I'm requesting 1,000. I'm actually not sure why. Oh, you know what? We have extras over here. Ah. Okay. So it's not about the 1,000. I was wrong. We're going to have to go faster than that. We have to go faster than that. Let's change the clock for now to 175. Well, maybe. So every 175 ticks, we put a Yamaka fruit in here, whether we need it or not. But some of these are down to 40 minutes. I'm going to change it to 100. So every 100 ticks. Yep. So you can see we're burning through fruit a lot faster now, and we're going spoiled first. It's nice that we have such fine control over the rate of usage, you know, because we don't want, you know, it's fine if certain things spoil in this game in Gleba, but I just don't think you want your Yamaka fruits to spoil, these fruits themselves. Now, it's to be clear, we're not even going to request new fruit to be harvested until we're down to 500, or new fruit to be planted until we're down to 500, which means at the very least that we're going to need, this is fine. This is fine. I think what we'll find over time is that this will get less full, and it'll hover around 500. But then when we draw more power, it'll put more demand on the system, and we'll be feeding it even faster still. But you can see the temperature is rising up beyond what we really need. We need 550. It's going up. So that's all good. I think it's a good system. Can we get energy from jelly? Okay, it's 1 megajoule, just like the mash. So here's the thing. When I set up the jelly nut processing, we're essentially going to be doing the same thing as we did with the power, with that. But we need even less. So we'll see what happens when we get there. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling we're going to find that we have plenty of power. It's just a question of making sure that that we're not spoiling the fruits. Great. Well, with that, that's the end of this episode. So next episode we'll set up jelly nut processing. So thanks for watching. We'll see you then.